Hello everybody, this is Rakshit Kathpalia and this is my skifylabs online classes project, the line follower robot. Before stepping right into it, I just want to explain the major parts of the line follower robot which makes this thing work. This, as you can see, is the wheel attached to the motors. It also this this thing you see right here is the motor driver that enables the motor to work and change direction. This is the main component of the line follower robot, the Arduino Uno, which is basically we tell the Arduino Uno in mechanical language what the line follower robot has to do. And these are two IR sensors in front of it that are basically used for sensing the line and basically initiating the motion that Arduino Uno does. So now, first we need to understand the basic interfacing in between these parts in order to understand why this looks like this and why these all are connected. Starting from the motor driver, as you can see, the D8 on the Arduino Uno is connected to A1 on the motor driver, and D9 on the Arduino Uno is connected to A2. Now this is the input and the output of the left motor respectively. Similarly, D10 here and D11 are connected to B1 and B2, which are the input and the output of the right motor. Now to talk about the IR sensors. What the IR sensors basically do is they provide high signal to the motor driver to control the motors. Now you can definitely see three connections here. One is D out, one is the 5 volt, and one is ground. Now D out is connected to the analog 0 and 1 respectively of both the motors to the Arduino Uno. The 5 volt is connected to the 5 volted Arduino Uno, and the ground is connected to the ground in Arduino Uno. Now in the motor driver here, INPA1 is the positive terminal and INPA2 is the negative terminal. Similarly, INPB1 is positive and INPB2 is negative. Now INPA1 here is connected to digital 10 and A2 connected to 11 of the Arduino Uno. Similarly, B1 to 12 and B2 to 13. Now to explain how these things actually work. Now if there was a black line in the way, the IR sensors were basically sensed based on the light reflected by the surface. Now if there is light, the photodiode also detects light, and these LEDs, they glow. Arduino the Arduino understands this as a value which is greater than 600 and determines that there is no line here. Therefore, the robot starts its motion. Now, when there is a line, there is no reflection because there is a black line which turns the LED off. Now Arduino understands this and receives a value which is less than 100. Therefore, when there is therefore it stops its motion. Now when we have to change the direction, we have to place the path that way that it can change direction. What happens in the motors is that when both the motors move forward, the robot also moves forward. But when there is a left curve, the left motor moves backwards and the right motor moves forward, which in turn turns the robot left. Vice versa happens when robot is turned right. When there is a left turn, the negative terminal receives higher signal. When there is a right turn, positive terminal receives higher signal, and when it has to stop, the robot receives no signal at all. So this is basically how this robot works. Thank you very much. This was a very learning and fun experience with robots. Thank you.